Well, good evening. Thank you very much for keeping pace with us here at ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, we just want to look at a few things before we go tonight. It's weekend, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend. As we get closer and closer to the second set of elections, of course, we had one on the 25th of February, and it has, erupted a lot of thoughts from different quarters, and we all had reactions towards it. We have our opinions, everybody's entitled to his opinion. However, I remember that on this show, and as well as several other platforms, an audio was played of one Bale, a traditional ruler, somewhere in Etiosa or so, Ibara community, threatening his people to make sure they vote for APC and no other, and several others. We saw lots of threats on the presidential election day, the truth is we are already seeing some others now, some other threats now, and that's what I want to show you. I want you to see this video, and when we show things like this, we always expect that the necessary authorities will take action, and that's also if you will help us to share this video with others. And also drop your comments. Please make them simple and civil. This young man is heard threatening people in Lagos, and he had so much effrontery to put it on social media, with his face open, and so that that is to say, nobody can do anything to me. You see, I believe strongly that we're going nowhere with lawlessness. We're going nowhere as a nation with lawlessness, because it is even in the Bible that a community or a nation without laws, there are no offenses. If there are no laws, then there is nothing like you did something wrong. Everything is right. Nothing is wrong once there is no law. And that's what we seem to be experiencing around our nation today, where people do things and they get away with it. But I just hope this will not be the same thing. If this video gets to the necessary authorities, let us watch this young man and listen to his tune, and also listen to his message.
Oh my God, this is Lagos, eh? I'm telling you, tell your government, whatever you are, I be anything, labor, tó bá bí yín re, ẹ wá dìbò fún labor leko. This is Lagos, oh. This is Lagos. Ṣé no lórí ibu ni? Eh? Tribalism kill you there. If them born you people well, come and vote for labor in Lagos. It's either Sanwo-Olu or nobody. Labor for this Lagos, labor kuni. Ní sóríire. You this tribal bigot. Come vote. Share that bad labor in name. If them born your mama well, come the Lagos state governor. Ever show for.
Well, maybe for the sake of those of you who don't understand, he used some very, very vague languages there, which I will not bother interpreting, But most importantly, he's threatening people not to vote for, APC. I mean, Labour Party. Of course, Labour Party has become the main opposition now. So they are not even talking about PDP. So Labour Party has become the main opposition, even in Lagos. That's interesting. And so he's threatening people not to vote for any other party other than APC. And interestingly, I've seen in the news that the NURTW or what have you park management in Lagos have had meetings where PVCs were being collected from their members. I also saw earlier on of a big hospital. I beg your pardon. Is one of the hospitals in Lagos have their, chief medical director asking them to come with their PVCs and all of that. I hope it's not beginning to look like the Igbara situation, where people have been mandated. He said we have been mandated. They have been mandated to deliver their community to APC. Well, I hope we get it right very, very soon. Because if after so long, we are still where we are today, Nigeria is still one, and that gives us the freedom to live anywhere in Nigeria. And people even go as far as owning properties anywhere. I've been to the north, and I stayed in people's houses. I mean, I've seen people own properties in other states that are not actually their own states. And so that is to say that Nigeria is one with so many ethnic groups coming together as one. And so nobody is claiming that. So because Lagos State is in the Yoruba land, only Yorubas can vote there. And who says or who tells you that majority of the Yorubas that are there are not voting for another party? I listened to a particular young man on Arise News earlier on today. And the young man said, considering the second and the third runner-up in the presidential election, it simply shows clearly to the president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, that more people voted against him than for him. Obvious. Because by the time you add Obi to Atiku, we have over 12 million votes, which is far more than what the winner actually got. He got just over 8 million. So what are we saying in essence? That people should be allowed to carry out their civic responsibilities freely. Not under duress. Why should people be harassed or stressed or cajoled or harassed? Why would you and you see all these boys, look at this one talking now. I don't know who he is. And when I say I don't know who he is, because he can't really be anybody as such. You understand? Because you can't be somebody and be using such vague languages, because I don't know what you understand by tribalism. Nobody has raised any eyebrow about tribalizing anybody. We are all looking forward to the growth of our nation. Nobody will say that he is not being beaten by the scorching heat of the issues that are bedeviling this nation at this time. So it is very, very important that we take the very right decision at this time. It's very important that we make the right move by electing a leader. It's not supposed to be about party. It is supposed to be about personality. About personality. Who are we voting for? Who are we voting for? What can this person offer? What can this person offer? What can this person bring to the table? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Please feel free to drop your comment, make them simple and civil. In the meantime, I'll allow our phone numbers to scroll below the screen so that you can feel free to call in. Let us hear your own opinions as touching the matter. Yes, let's hear your opinion as touching the matter. Okay. Let's hear your own opinion as touching these particular matters. How credible do you think the forthcoming gubernatorial election is going to be? Now, I saw in the news INEC already promising that beavers, INEC assures use of beavers in governorship and state assembly elections. INEC admits itches, says lessons have been learned. Now, that particular statement, I I had issues with it. I mean, so you used a whole presidential election to test the mic. You used the whole presidential election to test the mic. Come on. That is sad. That's bad. That's not good enough. Presidential election to test the mic. I wish it had just been a local government chairman or councillor election that we did to test the mic. Now, as of today, I understand that INEC has uploaded just 90% of that presidential election that was held on the 25th. I don't know if you get me. INEC has just uploaded 90%. When we were promised that those results will be uploaded in real time. In other words, when they finish, they just snap and upload, and that will be it. And so whoever, even if the papers fall off on the road, it is still, it doesn't make any difference anymore because the real papers would have gone through. How do you describe that kind of election as being credible? How do we describe that type of election as being free and fair? How do we describe it? In any case, INEC has come to promise us that beavers will be used. Of course, it was used in some parts. Then they have come to promise us again that beavers will be used. However, I also have issues with all these figures, shading of papers, this election papers, documents, shading them. I think whoever is recording should record, sensibly. Have yourself together. Not that you write one thing and then you go back to write another thing. The chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, gave the assurance on Saturday earlier on today during a meeting with all resident electoral commissions at the INEC headquarters in Abuja. He confirmed that the beavers machine are being worked on to avoid a repeat of the claimed glitches recorded during the presidential and National Assembly elections. Yakubu, who said the meeting was to review performance at the last week's elections, urged the RECs to work harder to ensure that the governorship election do not experience the same glitches recorded with the last selection, while calling for discipline of staffs who err. He added that there are lessons to be learned from last week's elections, especially as it relates to logistic management. Well, this particular election is not as sensitive as the last one because this is for the states. This is for the state, so it's not as sensitive as the other one, which was actually a national one. In case, let's see how that goes. Because I believe strongly that this issue of election, INEC, and all of that, a lot of people have lost confidence in them. But then it's okay. Please, let's just keep moving. Nigeria investigative journalist Fisayo Soyombo has said that Lagos State Neighborhood Watch mandates COP members to submit their permanent voters card. I don't understand. This is totally wrong in a democracy. Citizen rights to voting decisions is enshrined rather in the Constitution and must not be tainted. This idea, why are you collecting people's voters card again so that they don't go and vote? Well, this is still serious matters on ONFTV. Please do keep, you can call in and let us, let's hear your views concerning the forthcoming election. Let's hear your views before we go. Let's hear your views.
Oh my God, this is Lagos. I'm telling you, tell your government, whatever you are, be anything. Labor. Toba binyere. Wá dìbò fún Labor Leko. This is Lagos. Oh. This is Lagos. Ṣé no lórí ibu ni? Tribalism kill you there. If them born you people well, come and vote for Labor in Lagos. It's either someone or nobody. Labor for this Lagos. Labor kuni. You this tribal bigot. Come vote. Share that bad Labor in name. If them born your mama well, come the Lagos State Governor. Ever show for